Hello, welcome to the Cocked Dice. I'm Charlie, and despite a jolly good innings from the Calidus Temple at Ian's request, I am not dead. I remember I said that I'd be done with 1,000 points of Custodes sometime around July, and I'm very aware that this video is coming out in August. So, like saying the wrong name at a wedding, let's pretend it never happened and get this done as fast as we can. The important thing is, they're done. 1,000 points of fabulous, fiddly white and gold hypermasculine bouncers whose sole purpose in life is to stop their psychic space villain zombie dad's oppressed enemies from justifiably killing him any more effectively than they already have are finished. Now, I'm mean about the Custodes because it's easy and because I chose to paint them my least favourite colours to paint in the whole world, but I'm pretty darn pleased with how they turned out, and it's time for a little flyby. In our 1,000 points we have 6 Custodian Guard, 2 shields and 4 spears, who are all pretty boring. We've talked about them before, but down the front here are 2 of my favourite minis to paint from the whole project, a Calexis Assassin and Valerian. Now, the reason I enjoyed painting them so much might be a mystery that's never solved, but the Calexis is great on the table to annoy psychers, and more importantly, for your enemy to obsess over it like Horus at a Blood Angel party. For a measly 100 points, your enemy is guaranteed to waste at least one turn trying to kill it, just because it has the word assassin in, and that's the second scariest word in miniature wargames after Cheetos. Valerian's never seen any use on the table, and he probably never will. I just desperately wanted to paint some different colours, so I mucked around with the gold a bit because I don't hate white so much that I'm willing to go full banana. His armour is Retributor gold, washed with a watered down shyish purple contrast, then dry brushed with a little bit of Retributor gold, Liberator gold and Stormhost silver in no particular order. It's given his armour a more aged and generally less cartoon yellow look, so I'm a fan of that. It also took about 2 minutes start to finish, so I'm filled with regret that I decided not to go gold for my entire army, but you live and learn. Up next, we have the finished Sisters of Silence from my last video, competently filling the role of cheap backline objective holder that melts like a paper bag in a thunderstorm when your enemy reinforcements arrive. The armour's toned down version of the Custodes trim, and I've stuck to the same palette throughout but mixed up the order of the colours. They look nice enough and they complement the rest of the army, but I don't expect wonders from them. Last but not least are the jet bikes and my shield captain. The bikes were the MVP of 8th edition, but Terminators are jostling for the Not a Telemann top spot now. So they're a little late to the party, but they look pretty spectacular if you stand far enough back. These took me by far the longest to paint, mainly because flat surfaces are a real party when it comes to smooth coats of white. I have a couple more of these unbuilt in a box somewhere, and one day, when I just can't bear to spend my time doing something less painful, I might expand the squad a little. So that's it. 1,000 points of Custodes, rescued from my garage, painted and ready for the table, and it only took me half a year, in a time when going outside and doing other things was largely banned. I go through phases where I spend more time on other hobbies than I do on painting, so the fact I got this far at all, and the fact that I didn't have to buy them, they all came out of the garage, and it was something that was otherwise just going to be lost to the mists of time, I'm calling a result. So, I guess I can pop all of these on a shelf, call time on the Custodes, and go and paint something else. Or, these are the other bits and pieces I have lying around to add to the army in future, including a couple of white boxes I picked up because more than half my army can only be bought with sacrifices to the dark gods. The fact that there are only 10,000 Custodes in the universe actually makes sense when you realise that Trajan Valoris couldn't buy more than one dreadnought from a Forge World every 6 months. Don't worry though, the series is finally over, I promise. But next up, I think I'll be working my way through a few Sagittarium Guard and Terminators just to add a little bit of variety, and eventually I'll get a little bit of Man vs Forge World going on to round out my army with some more exciting firepower. I mean, how long could that take, right? For now though, it's been an only slightly horrible pleasure painting up 1,000 points of Solar Watch Adeptus Custodes from scratch. Thanks for watching along, and maybe tune in when they finally hit the table. Ta-ta!
Thanks very much once again for joining us here at the Cocked Dice. Please like this video and comment, it really helps boost the channel. You can also subscribe to the channel via the icon below, or why not check out one of our other videos or playlists. You can click on either one's on screen right now.